rotations, Ohio State and Nebraska were locked in a head-to-head battle for the national title. We're now deep into the 6th rotation with Penn State on vault, Nebraska on parallel bars, and Ohio State on high bar. But let's for a moment go back to an interesting piece of earlier strategy. At the beginning of the 6th rotation, Ohio State sent up Robert Plater. He was up first, and he's usually a man that goes up last. And Bart, what about Plater's routine?
He did the most amazing routine. Look at this work. He does Stalder with a forward grip, half-turn Stalder. Nice giant swing. He's a big man. There's a lot of power there. Beautiful ginger over the bar. What I think he did was he really sparked the team on. He went right out and blasted through a routine. Notice the nice inverted giant swings, a free grip giant swing. You know, in a typical gymnastics exercise, you have only to do 11 parts of value. He did 20 tricks, showing the judges that he can do everything on this event. All the Stalder works, pirouettes, all of the tricks coming immediately. Here's a full twisting double. He knew he nailed the landing. What a great routine.
The man obviously wants the big score. And you mentioned he's a big man. He's 6 feet, 172 pounds. Is that an advantage on high bar?
Absolutely, because you have all that momentum to generate some big swing.
Let's take another look at it.
Here's the Ginger. It's a flyway with 1/2 twist to a regrasp. Watch how high he is above the bars. There's the flip, half turn. Perfect regrasp, great form. Now here's the dismount. Good speed. There's one flip, a full twist in the second flip. Boom. Nailed that landing. He knew it.
Also nailed down a 9.9 score on the best performance of this meet. But look what happened after Plater's 9.9. His teammates, Bart, kind of went into a nosedive. Could the strategy backfire?
Well, you know, Mike Wilson has been getting away with this all day long. He's put up some of his strong performers right at the top and hoped that some of the weaker performers could ride on the coattails. In this case, I think they got a little bit cautious. They started looking over the shoulder to see how far behind Nebraska was, and they haven't been executing, so it's backfiring now.
Well, somebody needs to stop the Buckeye slide. Could be Steve Bradley. Here he is on the high bar.
So far, it's a good exercise. There's a one-arm giant swing. Stalder, hop, Stalder.
He's been businesslike all day long. He's averaging 9.55 throughout his routines.
This is a good exercise, very consistent. It's not one of the riskiest exercises, but it's good. Full twisting double. Great landing. That's what they need, consistent performances.
Well, at this point, you might not want that super risky exercise.
Good point. I think they're holding back on the big release moves and just knowing if they can just get through cleanly, they'll be in good shape. Here's the dismount. Great position in the air. 2 flips, 1 twist, and no problem in nailing the landing.
Bradley's score, 9.6, could be just what Ohio State needed. So thanks to Plater and Bradley, Ohio State now has a significant lead. This is Terry Bartlett, ready for his vault.
I hope Terry finishes up strongly here. He's had a rough day, and I know we've all had him. He does a great vault, and I really hope that he does a good one here. Okay, that was very, very nice. That was a double front with a half twist in an open pike position. It's a tough vault, and I'm sure he'll score really well.
You know, Bart, when you look at Penn State, they just started off badly. The Avalanche started early on the pommel horse, and they never really recovered.
I think they felt the pressure of coming in with the #1 ranking. This is a very nice vault, though. Good push off the horse. There's an open pike position. Half turn out. And a good job landing it.
A 9.7 for Terry Bartlett. Now, the last man up for Nebraska is all-around champion Wes Suter, and he needs a 9.9 to give Nebraska the lead and a possible championship. Family and crowd quiet, all eyes on the Nebraska junior. Bart Connor, do you think he can do it?
I don't know if his exercise is strong enough for a 9.9, but to tell you the truth, he has been on a roll this weekend. He is really hot, and you never know what he might do.
So he might be capable of that inspirational performance with the appropriate score to give Nebraska the title.
Well, he started off a little cautiously, but that's better. A good Diamondov. Nice front toss, straddle cut. I like Wes's style of gymnastics. He's very clean and very smooth, very rhythmical. I know he'll do well in the future.
But he needs the big score here. Is he going for it?
Oh, yeah, for sure he's going for it. Without a doubt, he has a strong exercise. I don't think, though, he has the difficulty in the routine to really score a 9.9. Plus, when you add in a couple of score a 9.9. Plus, when you add in a couple of deductions for minor mistakes, it's going to score a little bit lower than that. But look at this. Great extension on the Diamondov. Perfect line. Front uprise. And a front toss. That's a blind move. Very difficult to do.
The score 9-4. It's not enough. So even Wes Suter, who sparkled throughout this competition, couldn't pull off the miracle. And Francis Allen is a close second. As that clinches Ohio State's first ever national championship. We'll be back in a moment with the final standings.
Chocolate is scrumptious.
Standings. Ohio State wins its first ever NCAA championship, edging Nebraska on their home turf and upsetting Penn State, who finished third.
What do you think this win means to your team? 12 seniors on the team.
Oh, I don't know. Right now they're elated like I am. We've been working for 4 years to get some recognition, to get in the top three, and I think it's just great.
How about for your program? In the last few years, there have been the Nebraskas, the UCLAs. Those are the teams that have really developed outstanding programs. Do you think you can carry on now?
Well, we hope so. We have to get some good recruits in because we have so many seniors, but just to get to this point one time in your life is great.
Ohio State, the 1985 team champions. But there were also other winners this weekend, the individual champions like Tony Pineda, the sophomore from UCLA.
Tony did a fantastic routine, scoring 9.9 with a helicopter spin for a dismount.
And good for the individual championship on the pommel horse. And little Mark Diab, the junior from Iowa State, the rings champion.
He is unbelievably strong. He did a fantastic skill here from an iron cross. He powered back to a Maltese cross, but with an Olympic twist. We call it an Olympic Maltese. Great originality.
A 9.85, good enough to give Mark Diab his first national title. And then there was Derek Cornelius, the junior from Cortland State, the man they call the human space shot.
He was definitely headed for the moon on this vault. The height above the horse is unbelievable. Look at the position in the air. Fantastic effort.
His score 9.85, the first ever Division I national champion from Cortland State. And how about Noah Riskin from Ohio State on the parallel bars?
He did a fantastic exercise, very clean, perfect position on the full, and a nice landing.
And this is not an instant replay. This is his brother, identical twin, Seth Riskin.
And the same dismount. Good job.
Score 9.8. The tri-champions Noah and Seth Riskin share the honor with Dan Hayden from Arizona State, the 1985 champions on the parallel bars. Dan Hayden just happens to be an identical twin himself. Hayden outstanding on the high bar as well.
He did a fantastic double flip over the bar. Look at the height above the bar. Looking around. If he can grab that, you know he can get an outstanding score.
And he did, but he had to share the gold with Wes Suter from Nebraska.
And Wes went for the big trick. He did the triple flyaway dismount and handled it very nicely.
Rising stars in the gymnastics world and possibly our future Olympians. Co-champions Dan Hayden and Wes Suter on the high bar. Dan Hayden and Wes Suter on the high bar. Their score 9.9. But Wes Suter didn't have to share his gold with anybody in the floor exercise. He was magnificent.
Wes beefed up the difficulty in his routine and mounted with a full twisting double back and finished with this very strong double back.
And what a weekend, with Wes Suter 3 individual gold medals and a silver in a team competition as a new star emerges. But Suter had to share the limelight with Mike Wilson at Ohio State, who won their first ever NCAA men's gymnastics championship. For Bart Connor, I'm John Docker.